Today we're reading a book called Big Pumpkin by Erica Silverman. And we are using the Lamp Words for Life app to read the book along and comment. Once there was a witch who wanted to make pumpkin pie, so she planted a pumpkin seed. She weeded and she watered, and after a while, a sprout poked through.
Put in.
She put that seed in the dirt. And then a pumpkin grew, and it grew, and it grew. And then it grew some more.
It got big. It got big.
Soon, Halloween was just hours away. The witch thought about pumpkin pie and bent down to take her pumpkin off the vine.
Get it off. Get it off.
Get it off that vine. Well, she pulled and she tugged and she pulled.
She pulled it. She pulled it.
She pulled hard and then she pulled harder, but the pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the witch. Just then, along comes a ghost. Here he
Comes.
Big pumpkin, said the ghost. He said that pumpkin is
Big. Big.
It's big and it's mine, said the witch.
It's mine. It's mine.
And it's stuck on the vine, and Halloween's just hours away, said the witch. And she kicked that pumpkin. I'm bigger than you and stronger too, boasted the ghost. Let me try. He said,
I'm big and strong. I'm big and strong.
Humph, said the witch. But she thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. The ghost bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, he pulled and he tugged and he pulled.
He pulled it. He pulled it.
But that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the ghost. He could
Not get it off. Not get it off.
Just then along came a vampire. Big pumpkin, said the vampire.
Big.
It's big and it's mine, said the witch.
It's mine.
But it's stuck on the vine, and Halloween's just hours away, said the witch. And she kicked that pumpkin. I'm bigger than both of you and stronger too. The vampire, he said,
I'm big and strong. I'm big and strong.
let me try. Humph, said the witch. Humph, said the ghost. But they thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. The vampire bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, he pulled and he tugged and he pulled.
He pulls it. He pulls it.
First he pulled hard and then he pulled harder. But that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the vampire. He could
Not get it off. Not get it off.
Just then along came a mummy. Big pumpkin, said the mummy.
Big. Big.
It's big and it's mine, said the witch.
It's mine.
And it's stuck on the vine. And Halloween's just hours away, said the witch, and she kicked that pumpkin. I'm bigger than all of you and stronger too, boasted the mummy.
Big and strong. Big and strong.
Let me try. Humph, said the witch. Humph, said the ghost. Humph, said the vampire. But they thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. The mummy bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, she pulled and she tugged and she pulled.
She pulled it. She pulled it.
First she pulled hard, and then she pulled harder. But that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the mummy. She could
Not get it off. Not get it off.
Just then along came a bat. Big pumpkin, said the bat.
Big, big.
The witch didn't say a word. She just looked at the ghost and rolled her eyes. The ghost looked at the vampire. The vampire looked at the mummy. They are all...
Looking.
They all looked at the little bat and they started to laugh. They thought that was really...
Funny.
I may not be big and I may not be strong.
Not big and not strong. Not big and not strong.
But I have an idea, and the bat told them what to do. Humph, said the witch. Humph, said the ghost. Humph, said the vampire. Humph, said the mummy. I'm going to do a quick lookup of our word here.
L.
Oops.
All.
So that's what you do. You use Word Finder if you can't find a word. And so what they're doing here is they're all pulling. Ready, set.
All. Pull. All pull.
The bat pulled the mummy pulled the vampire pulled the ghost pulled the witch, and the witch pulled the pumpkin. Well, they pulled and they tugged and they pulled.
They pulled it. They pulled it.
First they pulled hard and then they pulled harder and snap! Off came the pumpkin.
It comes off. It comes off.
Drat, said the witch. Whoosh! It flew and and thud, it landed on top of a hill. Thump bump, thump bump, thump bump. It bounced all the way down.
It goes down. It goes down.
To the witch's house. And when it got to the door, that pumpkin sat. It
stopped.
Hooray for the bat, shouted the witch, and she hurried inside to make pumpkin pie. She's going to
cook it.
She's going to cook it. Said the ghost. Have some more, said the witch. Couldn't eat another bite, said the vampire. Fun party, said the mummy. Time to go. They all
eat it.
Drat, said the witch as she watched them all leave. Then she went right out and planted another pumpkin seed. She
put it in. Put it in.
And that is
The The end.